So this doesn't look good, and I'm really hoping any of you great viewers can help me to fix this. So the issue is here in this boot menu that we enter when we've dual booted Steam OS and Windows using Bazzite. And the onboard thumbstick, D-pad or buttons now do not work for some reason. Okay, so I've got a wired keyboard here, seeing that the onboard Ally X's controls just do not work, so I'll plug this in right here. So I can now scroll and select to use my plugged in keyboard, which is good. These 4 Bazzite options have steadily appeared over the last few months since installing Bazzite, that I covered in this vid, and I have been loving up to this point. Let's select the first Bazzite option, which normally would take me into Steam OS, but now it comes up with 2 error messages. The first mentioning a shim signature, whatever that is, and the second saying I need to load the kernel first. When I press any key to continue, it just takes me back to the startup main menu. So let's try the second Bazzite option, and yep, same as the first with this shim signature and loading the kernel file error messages. And again, when I press any key, it just takes me back to the startup menu again. Let's now try the third Bazzite option, and this comes up with 2 new error messages. The first saying that it can't find command Linux 16, and the second saying it can't find INITRD 16, whatever that means. And pressing any key takes us back to the menu. And finally, let's try the fourth and final Bazzite option, which gives us the 2 error messages that we just saw. Pressing any key takes us back to the main menu. So yeah, it's now impossible to launch into Steam OS, which is so frustrating. So with all 4 Bazzite options giving us error messages, let's head to Windows Boot Manager and select this. And after a few moments, we're into Windows and Armoury Crate, which all thankfully still work. Phew. So let's try to do what we'd normally do to head into Steam OS when we've installed Bazzite, which is to restart. Normally we'd launch straight into Steam OS, but with whatever has happened, we launch into this boot up screen, and trying all 4 of the Bazzite options gives us the error messages we've discussed. Again, this is so frustrating. So knowing that we can launch into Windows but not into Steam OS now, let's try one final thing, and that is to head into the firmware settings right here. Is there something here that you amazing viewers recommend I change perhaps? Here on the right we can change the boot priority to either Bazzite to head into Steam OS, or dragging Windows Boot Manager to the top to launch into Windows first. Let's press the start menu, select Bazzite to hopefully launch into Steam OS, and nope, back to this launch menu with the error messages. Please let us know in the comments if you have any ideas or suggestions, and I'll give you a shout out in the next vid if any of you can solve this issue, as I really can't face reinstalling Steam OS with Bazzite, as it took me hours and hours to get it set up exactly how I wanted it. And as I say, I'm just so gutted I can't currently access it. And as a thank you for watching this far, I'd love to share this awesome quote. I'm such a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. Every single thing, the good and bad, all leads us to where we're meant to be. If you're going through a really tough situation, then hang on in there. You've got this. Everything will work out better in the end if we don't lose hope and give up. So stay encouraged today, guys. And it won't be a Pete Talks Tech video without our amazing rescue cat Pancake, and here she is. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Consider subscribing if you're new here. And if you want to know how to remote play our PS5 console to our ROG Ally X, or indeed any Windows PC gaming handheld using an app that's actually better than Chiaki, then click here. I appreciate every single one of you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.